All right, we are back with part 2 of the May 3rd school board meeting. A few days ago, I posted a video, like part 1, I guess you could call it, and it was only of the lobby area. And the purpose of me posting these videos is to highlight that my rights were violated, my constitutionally protected rights were violated at this particular meeting, and I think it is important to make the public aware when something like this happens, because there needs to be a level of accountability. So I just got this video footage today from a FOIA request. I thought it was important because the other video did not catch those double doors with the glass panes at the very top of the screen and to the right. And that's important because one of the things that I mentioned was that sheriff's deputy actually puts himself in front of the doors and does not let me enter this meeting. The agenda for this school board meeting did say that it was open to the public. So I had every right to be in here. I should not have been stopped at all. Now I ended up coming in right after that woman did. So let me skip to the next video. At this point, Amy, Scott, and I are already arguing. You can go back to the other video and watch that area, the lobby area video footage if you'd like. Neither videos have audio, as you can obviously tell. So Amy, Scott, and I'm telling her, she's saying you can't come in there, it's an award ceremony. And I said it's open to the public. I took a peek to see how many people were in here and how many seats were available. And she's not having any of it. She does not care to acknowledge what the agenda says. But keep an eye on that deputy. Here he goes, and he's moving right in front of the doors. So at that point, he took unlawful orders from Amy Scott. Now her title with Frederick County Public Schools is Communications Specialist. So I'm telling the deputy, can you move? Can I go in? I'm allowed to be at this meeting. And he's refusing to move aside. I'm saying to him, under color of law, you are preventing me from coming in this public meeting that I'm allowed to attend. He doesn't care. I say, call your supervisor. You can't really see it, but he fits right in between that little door frame, but he does lean a little bit and points to the school board members, and he says, those are my supervisors. So that's not good. You are wearing your sheriff's deputy uniform. You are wearing your badge. The school board is not this man's supervisor. Neither is Amy Scott. He is not supposed to be taking any unlawful orders from these people. It's kind of scary that he would say such a thing. The only thing I can come up with is that there's a serious issue with lack of training. So anyways, the deputy, he's telling me, at one point he says something like, I'm not going to argue with you. Well, that's disappointing, considering I wasn't trying to argue with the man. I was defending my rights. He was infringing on them, and he's a public servant. At this moment, that's where I said, you just violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment because you're treating me differently than another member of the general public. The deputy did not care. I mean, he's always been so nice, but this particular evening, he was not a good dude. Not a good dude at all. And Amy Scott's hardly ever nice, so I'm not surprised. She's always grumpy. Let's go to the next video here. We're all still arguing. And that one guy, let me see if you can see my mouse. This guy right there, he's just sitting there observing everything. He's with the award ceremony people. So around this time, Amy Scott actually says, I'm not saying you can't come in. I'm just saying you gotta wait a minute. Which is, okay, let me just tell you, and then watch, the sheriff's deputy just moved aside. At that moment, I think he had that epiphany, I should probably let her in if she wants in. So I ended up just opening the door and flying through. I don't have to wait a minute. The meeting is open to the public. You see, they've already let people in. Why would I have to wait? It's a little ridiculous. So I'm in here. I don't want to see the deputy or Amy Scott in trouble, okay? I want to see these people trained appropriately. They shouldn't be wrongfully infringing on people's rights. But one thing, keep an eye on Ellen White, because she was grilling me so hard. And at one point, she was looking at me with such a mean face. I think right here, I smile. You know, I'm like, hey girl, yeah, I got in. I thought for a minute there, did Ellen White know that they weren't going to be letting anyone in unless they were a part of the award ceremony? Like, I don't know. She had that look like, how did she get in here? But again, that's this view. You can see the deputy, H. Malcolm, did in fact prevent me from entering for a certain period of time, and not that it matters. Listen, a loss of a constitutional right for any point of time is serious in itself, okay? I didn't deserve that. I don't think that the deputy or Amy Scott deserved to get in trouble, but they need to know that everybody can do better. Frederick County Public Schools needs to do better. The Sheriff's Office needs to do better. This cannot happen again. If it does, I think at that point, legal action will need to be taken. So anyways, I've taken up enough of your time. I hope this little video series for you, part 1 and part 2, helped you learn something. You know, stand up for your rights. Regardless of if you do it or not, I will always do it. So, well, let's stay tuned. Hopefully this does not happen again.